What's poppin', homies? It's your favorite homegirl, Gossip Girl. And today, I just want to talk to you about Young Dolph's murder. His case overall. For some reason, I have not been able to shake it. I read up on it and see what's going on. But it just seemed like this case is so involved. It is kind of crazy to me because I don't, I heard some of his music before, but I'm not a big fan, so I haven't followed his music career and everything like that, his rap career. But, I've heard things that he always took care of his community and stuff like that. And, I just want to say, condolences and prayers go out to his family and his children. I don't know why, I've been looking into it. It's just something about it just feels weird to me, So we're gonna go ahead and get into some things that we know about his case. Okay, so Memphis, Tennessee rapper Young Dolph, whose real name is Adolph Thorton Jr. He was shot and killed in Memphis on Wednesday, November 17th of 2021. Now, Maurice Hill, the owner of the shop where the shooting happened was called Makita's Butter Cookies, told Fox 13 his employees said Young Dolph, who's 36 years old, walked into the store to buy some cookies. Someone then drove up and shot and killed him at the South Memphis bakery. Now, somebody had to been watching him, because how would they know that's where he was at? You know what I'm saying? I feel as if it could be an enemy of his that set him up, or it could be someone that he could have set him up. It's just a crazy thing. But we gotta go ahead and see what else is going on. Now, the following day, Fox 13 obtained pictures of the suspects, the two shooters, who stood outside of Makita's and opened fire. Now, in the photos, one suspect holds what appears to be a semi-automatic rifle, and the other aims a handgun into the bakery. Memphis police said the shooters pulled up in a white two-door Mercedes-Benz before running past Young Dolph's car and shooting into the cookie shop. Police called the shooting senseless and said, "Our hearts go out to the Thornton family and all who were affected by his horrific act of violence." The release closed by saying, "Officers are committed to working to curb these type of incidents." Immediately after the shooting, hundreds of people flocked to the area as headlines broke out across the world. Tensions flared and emotions were high. Raw emotions were spilling over. People laid on the ground crying. Some onlookers called for an end to gun violence and peace. Others cursed and expressed anger at the loss of the Memphis icon. Young Dolph was a Memphis icon. He did a lot for his community. And as I read more into other articles and read up on him, he was a family man. He took care of his children. He took care of his girlfriend, wife, his girlfriend or his wife. And he made sure they were good. And by the way, she is beautiful. So Young Dolph had a beautiful family, okay? His kids are adorable. He was always doing something for the community, but sometimes when you stay in your hood or stay in the place where you come from, there's a lot of jealous people out there, okay? They want what you have, and mad they don't have it, so they want to take it away from you, but not knowing they still won't have it because they're going to end up in jail. And if they did end up in jail, they still won't have it because if it was meant for them to have it, they would have. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you want to do good. It's just, take me for instance. I would love to, if I became rich or whatever, I would love to open up a lot of community centers and do for my hood. But I know, that there's going to be always a few jealous people, you get what I'm saying, around and wishing bad luck on you. So I can't stay where I used to stay. I got to get my whole family up out of there because I can't stay where I used to stay, where I want to help. And it's a shame that it's like that, but it's like that. You know, it is also the reason why I'm talking about Young Dolph's case, because this is basically true crime. This is homicide. You know, Young Dolph was murdered. Okay, whether he was an entertainer or not, I will still talk about it. And for some reason, I keep reading up on it, and I don't know, it just something doesn't sit right with this murder. You get what I'm saying? It's just something that's bothering me about it, and I don't know what it is. So let's go ahead and continue. So chaos broke out at times. A car with a man inside apparently drove into the crime scene. That man was taken away on a stretcher by paramedics. For hours, police worked to push the crowd back from the scene while trying to make sense of the tragic death. Airways Boulevard, a major street in Memphis, was shut down during the course of the investigation. The Memphis rap legend was no stranger to the bakery. A week before being shot to death, Young Dolph was there, spreading love and promoting the business. Okay, his camouflage Corvette sat in the parking lot of the bakery when Fox 13 crews arrived. Hours later, it was told. Videos of the car went viral on TikTok as it was taken by the police. Hundreds of people in the comments are asking for answers. The day after Young Dolph was gunned down inside of the bakery, a memorial popped up outside as fans paid tribute to the rapper. Stuffed animals, balloons, flowers, candles, and a dolphin sign hung around the cookie shop Thursday afternoon. Fox 13 spoke to people from as far away as Michigan who came to pay respects to the rapper. Around 3:30 p.m., a man was shot near the memorial, and that was said by the police. The Memphis Police Department said the shooting happened at the Family Dollar right next door to the cookie shop. 3 people were detained and later charged in connection to that shooting, according to the police. And the man was not critically injured in the shooting. On Thursday, as Makita's Cookies sat boarded up, the community of Memphis railed to support the local bakery shop, named after a 7-year-old girl who died of leukemia. Oh, so that's why. That's for the name Makita's Cookies is named after a 7-year-old girl who died of leukemia. Oh, okay. Okay. Tammy Sawyer took to Twitter to support the business. Cash App donations to the bakery can be made to the owner, Pamela Hill, directly at $Cookie Queen 99. Memphis Chief Kelly English also voiced his support, saying that $1 from each dessert order he receives from Thursday to Sunday will also go towards Makita's Cookies. The rapper, whose real name is Adolph Thorton Jr., is well known in his Memphis community. Young Dolph began getting national attention in 2014 with the release of his mixtape High Class Street Music 4 and the single called Preach. In 2016, he released his debut studio album King of Memphis. The rapper leaves behind hits such as On the River, Cut It, Get Paid, and Major. Young Dolph is also known for handing out turkeys around Thanksgiving in Memphis through the Memphis Athletic Ministries charity, speaking to school children and donating money to his former high school, Hamilton High School. Mm-mm-mm. Young Dolph was reportedly on his way to pass out turkeys immediately after stopping at the cookie store. He also planned to pass out turkeys at St. James Missionary Baptist Church in Memphis this Friday between 2 to 5 p.m. But unfortunately, that never got to happen. Shortly after the news broke out, people took to Twitter to share what Young Dolph meant to them. Coach Deion Sanders turned to faith on the day of the tragedy. And he said, "Lord, please cover the entire Young Dolph family, friends, and loved ones. We thank you in advance, Lord, in Jesus' name, amen." And that was what Deion Sanders said on Twitter. Rapper Gucci Mane said that his heart is broken by the news, calling Young Dolph a close friend. As the news spread, reactions continued to pour in from around the nation, including artists like Megan Thee Stallion, Rick Ross, to local leaders such as Memphis Mayor Jim Strickland and Congressman Steve Cohen. Young Dolph leaves behind family, including his cousin, fellow Memphis rapper Key Glock. Fox 13 learned that law enforcement, including gang units, were heavily involved in preparation for any retaliation shootings. Memphis police found the car driven by the suspects in Young Dolph's shooting on Saturday, November 20th, in the 1100 block of Bradley in Orange Mound. Covington police also confirmed the same white Mercedes was used in a double shooting that left one woman dead in Covington. Police said the shooting took place in the area of South College Street and West Church Ave on November 12th around 9:20 p.m. Two people got out the car and started shooting at the victims as they left a football game. And this was said by the police. Now, Covington police confirmed it was the same car used in the killing of Young Dolph in Memphis. On Tuesday, November 23rd, 6 days after the murder of Young Dolph, Fox 13 pressed Memphis Police Chief C.J. Davis for an update on the investigation when she attended an unrelated news conference. But for the second time in 5 days, Chief Davis did not seem to want to talk about it. She did express frustration with social media and gossip about the case. The community needs to understand social media is fueling with a number of rumors and innuendos. Not just about this investigation, but various investigations. Trust, we are working on this case, says Davis. Now, on Wednesday of November 24th, 1 week after Young Dolph's death, Young Dolph's family released a statement. The statement released through Dolph's publicist has read, "There are no words that exist that sufficiently express the pain we are feeling as a family. Losing Dolph, man, changes our lives forever. And while we will take each day as it comes, we are comforted in knowing that he leaves a legacy that reflects his heart. A heart that was for his family, a heart that was for the people." Wow, it's just sad that this happened to him. And you could tell this is really, really hurting the community. It really does. So let's talk about the 3 people that was arrested. Okay, these are the 3 suspects. Well, these are the 3 that were charged in the shooting near Young Dolph Memorial. Okay, so the 3 people in the shooting that was charged with shooting, I guess, that family at the Family Dollar near Young Dolph Memorial, Terrence Jones, who's 23, Jalen Nelvis, 19, and Tavis McQueen, 22, were all arrested and charged in connection with this shooting. There is no evidence that this shooting is related to the previous shooting on Airways. Now, with that shooting, one man was taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound to the leg. It's just so much shooting. It just, it's not just in one area. It's everywhere. It's like all this stuff is happening in different places at the same time, around the same time. And it's like, it's overwhelming because when you turn that news on, you hear a lot. This place in Philadelphia, New York, Boston, Chicago, all these places, Memphis, all this stuff is happening with all this gun violence. How are these people getting these guns? I mean, we know how they're getting it, but it's like all this crime is just ridiculous. This crime has escalated. Whew. It has escalated. It's at a point where it's like you don't even want to go nowhere or do anything. It's just really sad. Really, really sad. I feel so bad for his family. But then they say, now this was gossip that's going around, and it was hitting heavy on social media about Yo Gotti's connection with this. I'm not sure. I cannot say that is connected with Young Dolph's murder. I've heard they have beef with each other. But it says here that Yo Gotti pushes back double disc album release. And that Yo Gotti is pushing back his CM10 album. And fans think he is honoring Young Dolph. Wow. But you know what? Even if the Young Dolph and Yo Gotti had beef, the police are going to look into that. They're going to see maybe the old beef. They're going to see if he tried to have Young Dolph taken out or whatever the case may be. And he probably not even involved in this. But everything is going to play out. Things are going to come out. All right. Now, what's crazy is this. Okay. And I wanted to talk about this because I feel like I understand as a comedian you make jokes, whatever the case may be. But I don't care who death it is. You don't joke about no one's death. And people are not playing about Young Dolph. Okay, so Memphis comedian Derrion DMuney Childs was gunned down just days after joking about Young Dolph's death. Now, some are speculating that a Facebook post sparked the retaliation. So let's see. DMuney posted a couple distasteful posts on Facebook following the news of Young Dolph's tragic death. Okay. Man, these folks just killed Young Dolph, wrote the 21-year-old in a since deleted post. I love Memphis because we so gangster, adding laughing emojis at the end. He then made a separate post saying, man, because if you ain't from Memphis or if you ain't the police, just quit trying to solve Young Dolph murder. These folks done came and locked my Gma up. That's what he posted. Now he's talking about a lot of slang here, so I'm just trying to tell it. Not as because it looks crazy the way he wrote it, but I'm just trying to make you understand what he was saying. So, and he said these folks then came and locked my Gma up. So stating that somebody came and locked his grandma up. Many are speculating that DMuney's loss of life is related to his Facebook post about Young Dolph. Just one day after Dolph's murder, DMuney said, "If the news don't post me as a Memphis legend when I die, then they hate it." Now, both DMuney and Dolph's murders are ongoing investigations. Okay. I don't understand what I don't understand. Like, now we're not sure if it is retaliation, but they are investigating both murders. Also from another article, it says that DMuney Childs was killed while a woman suffered non-critical injuries and a man was uninjured, according to the cops. Police say no arrests have been made at this time, and the investigation still continues. Now, DMuney had over 16,000 followers on Instagram. So a woman who claims to be a friend of the comic wrote on Facebook, "Damn, this hurts like a MF. My dog. Damn, man. I'm hurt. I'm speechless. This is so fucked up. Derrion DMuney Childs, rest in love and peace, baby." Another woman who claims to be Child's cousin wrote, "I'm just hearing my little cousin was killed this morning. When is this madness gonna end? Keep my family in y'all prayer." Wow. So it says here, after Dolph passed, he wrote, "If the news don't post me as Memphis legend when I die, then they hate it." I don't think, I don't understand why would somebody kill him. This is I understand in the height of everything, this is not appropriate to say or whatever the case may be. But come on, you don't take matters into your own hands. Okay? You don't take matters into your own hands. Now, police released photos of the alleged gunman showing two suspects wearing face masks and gray sweatpants as well as dark hoodies. Now, one of the men was wearing a hat while the other had his hood up. The pair are also holding weapons, one to be appearing a pistol and the other a Draco AK-47. All this senseless killing gotta stop. It's just too much. It's just too much. Oh, man. But you know what? I do think they are close to getting who shot Young Dolph. I think they're going to solve this murder. I think it's going to be solved. I really do. I really do think they're going to solve it. And he also said that Dolph was related to the late rapper Juice WRLD. Okay. So, now that this is out there and this has happened, and that comedian guy, DMuney, he was shot and killed, and they think that, it's some people who are probably fans of Young Dolph or people that knew Young Dolph, didn't appreciate what he said on his posts and went after him. We don't know. It's still being investigated. So we just have to wait and see. So when I know more, I will talk to you guys about it. But it's just crazy with all this stuff going on. It's just so much going on, and it's just really sad. It's just really sad, DMuney's family, they hurting because they lost their relative. Young Dolph was murdered. His family is hurting. The whole community is hurting because everyone appreciate everything what he done for the community. So he is to them a Memphis icon. Okay. So You know, he was giving back. He would talk to the kids. And, you know, when I look at his pictures, his vibe seemed okay. You know, he seemed like he got a good, chill vibe. Like I said, I don't know him personally. And I didn't really follow his music, but I heard some of it before. But it just seemed like he got a good, you know, a good, chill vibe about him. And that he's family oriented. He's about his family and his kids as well. And he doesn't mind giving back to the community. And you don't see a lot of rappers these days doing that. And sometimes rappers can't go back to the hood and do good because stuff like this happens, you know. So it's like, when you make it, it's like you damn if you do, you damn if you don't, because you don't know if you're going to take it out by somebody who is hating on you, you know. So and then it's just really crazy. But I just wanted to talk about that because for some reason it's been on my mind a lot. You know, his story, his case has been on my mind, and I've been looking into it as well, along as, you know, with other things. So, you guys, let me know how y'all feel about Young Dolph and this murder. What do you think do you think they're going to solve it? Sometimes with social media, you can't believe everything that people post on social media, and that's why, you know, the police don't want to talk about the case so much, because people will take that and post it on social media, and you're not, you know, and that can just ruin everything. So the stuff that's going around, it's just considered to be speculation. Even the police call it like gossip and speculation and stuff like that, because it can delay the investigation. Okay. A lot of wild stuff had came up about who could have did it, and the beef he had with other rappers and all kind of stuff. Like, you know, the police gonna look into that and see if that's true or not. But once it gets on social media, some people gonna read it, like, oh yeah, I remember this incident, and they're gonna take it to the next level. So you just gotta wait and see what the news put out and what the police say. All right, so this video is long. I'm sorry for it being so long, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about, you know, his murder. A lot of people are hurting after this, you know what I mean? Just reading some posts on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, I'm like, wow, he really meant a lot to his community. He really did. And it's so sad this happened to him. And for the young man too, the comedian DMuney, I think, you know, it's sad because I feel, you know, there's some things you say and there's some things you don't say, you know, but I just don't think he should have been murdered. Okay, if somebody felt some type of way, you know, go talk to him. Say, like, look, man, this is the wrong time for you to be making these little posts and jokes about stuff. You get what I'm saying? But everything is, people at the height and their emotions are really high right now. It's like nobody's not playing about Young Dolph. Like, people are not playing about him, you know, at all, period. So, it's just a sad situation all the way around. All right, you guys, that's all I have right now. I will come back later with something. I might post it for tomorrow. I'm not sure. But let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about all of this going on? All right, later.